Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. To check it. All of you are getting my voice on screen, guys. Those who are attending in online. Please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Right. All right. Good evening, guys. And check it what we completed there in the last session. What content here we completed there. I think so. We are discussing about operators. In operators part, overall, how many operators can we completed there? Different types of operators can we have seen. What are the various types of operators can we have seen up to now? You can understand it. The first one is like what there? Arithmetic operators here we have seen. In arithmetic operators, right? In arithmetic operators, already we have seen that increment and decrement operators. Next one is assignment operators here we have seen. After the assignment operators, what we have seen there, after these assignment operators, we have seen Boolean logical operators, then bitwise operators. Right, sir. Up to bitwise operators here we understand, right? And a few examples here we completed there on bitwise operators also. Next one. After that, let's move on to the next one. After completion of these bitwise operators, ternary operators. Ternary operator, another one. Ternary operator. Yes, sir. All of you are following this ternary operator. So what is this ternary operator? The name ternary represents three expressions or three operations or three operands inside this particular operation. Ternary operator, inside this particular operator, how many operands are existed there? Three operands are existed. So here we have to understand the point is like what there? Ternary. Alright, sir. What is the syntax of this ternary operator? If you observe the syntax here, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3 semicolon. Alright, sir. Understand this now? Ternary operators part is what there? Expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3 semicolon. These are overall ternary operators part. Is it? All of you are getting clarity on this now? Right. Then what is the flow of execution internally? What will be the flow of execution internally? Observe carefully, all of you know. All right, sir. Where expression one is a conditional expression. Expression 1 is what there is a conditional expression. its its result may be true or false. Its result may be what there, true or false. All right, sir. Now I'm giving some points to you. Now try to understand it. No, where expression 2 and expression 3 are normal expressions. Then what is the internal flow of execution for this? Expression 1 is what there? Conditional expression. Its result may be true or may be what there? False. Its result may be true or may be what there? False. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Now in this case, here what I am telling to you, observe carefully. If expression 1 result is true, then JVM will execute expression 2. If expression 1 result is true, then JVM will execute expression 2. Similarly, if the expression 1 result is false, then JVM will execute expression 3. Then JVM will execute what there? Expression 3. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point? No? Very simple, not more than that. Expression 1 is a Boolean expression, conditional expression. Conditional expression in the sense Boolean expression. Boolean expression, its result may be true or false. Where expression 2 and expression 3 are what their normal expressions. If the expression 1 result is true, then JVM will execute expression 2. If the expression 1 result is false, then JVM will execute expression 3. Everybody understand it clearly. Then after that, after understand this particular one, we want to go for an example, very simple example here I want to specify. Then after that, I'll give some exercise also. Now try to understand it clearly. All right, sir. I'll see that edit plus here. All right, now let me prepare the content here. This is our last class content. No, then after that, observe carefully, all of you know. Now here I want to take int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20. Int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20. Now here my requirement is what there. I want to find the biggest among two numbers. I want to find what the biggest among these two numbers programmatically by using ternary operator. Int big num is equal to, then what I have to do there? Conditional expression here I have to write. If a greater than b question mark. My condition is what there? A greater than b. If it is a true, return a value, colon, return what value here? B value. Understand it here. So a greater than b, if it is true, return a value. Otherwise, return what value here? No, b value. There semicolon. Understand it clearly. Then after that, system dot out dot println of big number. System dot out dot println of big number. Right. Understand this clearly. There we provided some data. System dot out dot println of big number. Let me compile and execute this. Right. Now let me open command prompt here. Inside this command prompt, what we have to do there? D colon cd Java 6 pm Java C space test.java. No compilation error. Java space test. Here we are getting. Then what's the value we are getting there? 20. 20 is the value here we are getting. All right, sir. Now here we are getting what there? Big number. Here we are getting it. Right. This is a simple example. Right, sir. Next, another example. My requirement is what there. In the same example, we can check smallest number, small number among both the numbers. Very simple. The entire program is same, where we have to manipulate in a very one manipulation, very small manipulation. In place of this big number, I want to take like what there, small number. In place of this greater than, I want to use what there, less than. Nothing else. In place of greater than, I want to provide what there, less than. If this condition is true, a less than b, then what is the smallest number a that we have to return? If this condition is like what there, if it is false, then p has to be written. Now here we have to return like what there, small number. Here we want to return. So this is a program for what there, finding smallest number among two numbers. That's a punch here. Now let us check this one. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Now here the value is what there, 10. 10 is a value here we are getting. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Java space test, here we are getting output like what there, 10. 10 is an output we are getting. This is the program here what we find, what we identified. Yes, sir. Clear to all of you know? Now, I want to give one small assignment to all of you. Try to complete it. Try to understand it. Right, sir. Write a Java program to check whether a number is even number or odd number by using ternary operator. Of course, you may have a number of logics for it, but what is the condition with me? No, the condition is what there, ternary operator here we have to use. There's a condition now. Ternary operator here we have to use. This is the program. Just by using ternary operator, we have to check whether it is even number or odd number. Everybody has to complete it. Just we have to use ternary operator. By using that, we have to do this. But of course, this operator we may use very, very rarely in our application development. But as per the responsibility, we have to understand. Maybe chances are available to get a question in OCJP examinations. So we have to prepare this one. Yeah, Mohan Pidikiti. See, then whatever the number you are seeing there on a screen, try to send it with email ID and a mobile number and a payslip, whatever the transaction receipt you are having. Try to scan it and send and WhatsApp these details to this number so that you are able to get the required access. I think as per the status, then my admin people have given intimation to me for everybody. We send the status, we send the access link. No, like try to check this. Okay, and please check once your email also there. Try to check once in your email. Then have you got any access link or not from Durgasoft? Try to check one time. Okay. Asha, just whatever the number I've given there, just send some message there. Then our people will be in touch with you regarding that. Yeah, Mohan, I send directly your message to my admin people. Then they will give response immediately. Immediately, maybe after the class. Okay. Yeah. Mohan PDT, even after sending message, also not getting. Okay. Even to the number. Okay, fine. All right, guys. Now check it. Have we completed that example? So what is the point here now? Then now I want to take one number. What is that number here I want to take there? Into A is equal to 10, for example. Now here, what I want to prepare there, I want to check even or odd. I want to take this. So here, what I will do there, simple. All right, sir. Now here, now simple. Now condition should be like what there. First of all, now string even or odd, even or odd is equal to what I'm telling there. Condition is what there? A percentage B double equals to 0. This is a condition. Am I right or not? Not B, right? 2. A percentage 2. 2 is what there may be the dividend, right? So if the remainder value is 0, then it is what there? Even number. If the remainder value is not 0, then it will be what there? Odd. So here what I am telling there, after that, double quotation I will take even number, then colon, then what I'm going to take there? Odd number, right? Semicolon. That's it. Now this is my expression here. If you want to provide more clearly, just maintain one bracket here. So it will be treated as what their conditional expression. Of course, brackets are not mandatory even. We are able to get some output also. Now here, then after that, system dot out dot println of even or odd. Right, so that we are able to display, then automatically here we are able to get our required output. All right, sir. Now let us say this. I want to execute this program there. Now let's understand this clearly. Java C space tested.java compiled successfully Java space test. Even number we are getting. Say for example, now a value is like what there? Even number here we are getting. Am I right or not? Now for example, I want to take some other value like what there? 5. 5 is a value here I want to take. So 5 is a value here I want to take. When we take this 5 is a value, there what we are able to get there? Java C space tested.java. Right, sir. Compiled successfully Java space test. Now what's the value here we are getting there? Odd number. Right. In this way, we are able to check whether that number is even number or odd number. This is a way here. Just by using ternary operator. Again, I'm telling there, of course, you may have a number of options to prepare this program there, checking whether the number is even number or odd number. A number of ways are available, but out of all these, what I required here, just ternary operator option only here I required. I required what there through ternary operator that we want to take now. Right, now here output value here, what we are able to get there, output no, that output value should be like what there, odd number. Odd number. Right, so now here if you want to provide like what there, 10, A value is 10 there, we are able to get like what there, even number output here we are able to get. Anyway, then both the examples here I'm telling to you, depending on you, then we can practice it. Now here even number output. Leave this one. One more question I'm giving there, now try to solve it. One more example. And before this one more example, I want to give one point here. One point here I want to provide. Understand this clearly. What's the point here I'm telling there? Right. The point is, in a Java applications, observe carefully. In Java applications, we are able to write nested ternary operators. What we are able to write there? Nested ternary operators. That is, we are able to write ternary operator inside another ternary operator. We are able to write one ternary operator inside another ternary operator. Understand it clearly. So this is possible here. Then now we have to check with that. What is the syntax I'm writing there? No ternary operator in the sense how we are able to write the syntax here. Observe carefully the syntax. No. First of all, what I'm telling to you, listen, don't write anything here. Expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3, semicolon. This is the first one. Am I right or not? Now here, in place of this expression 1, we can write again ternary operator. Or else, in case of this one, we are able to write what the again ternary operator. In place of this, again we are able to write what the ternary operator. Understand my point here clearly? Where we can write again ternary operator as expression 1, comma expression 2, and expression 3. Maybe max we can remove this. Expression 1 is not required. Why? Because the conditional operation there we are able to specify this anyway. As a condition here we have to provide. Here expression 2, we can write again ternary operators in expression 2 and expression 3. That we can do there. Understand my point here? So that means the syntax becomes like what there? The syntax becomes like this. Now here in place of this expression 2, I want to write like what there? Now this is like what there? Expression, conditional expression, okay, question mark. I want to give the brace here for our better understanding purpose. No, question mark, expression, colon, expression. That's a semicolon is not required here. Why? Because there we are already inside the statement. Then here we can repeat the same thing inside like what there, same thing inside like what there, here we can provide. Okay, now here I want to provide like what there, expression 2, expression 3 and expression 4. Now this is like what there, expression 5, expression 6 and expression 7. Got it or not? Again here, now inside this one is a condition, that means again ternary operator. This is again like what there, ternary operator. Understand it clearly. In place of this expression 2, we can write what there again, ternary operator. In place of this expression 3, again we can write as what there, ternary operator. Result value here we have to check. We have to check what there, a particular result value. That is the point here you can understand. Guys, all of you are getting my point now? Will you do an example on the basis of this? Can I give an example on the basis of this? But you have to practice this example, right? Now take my question now, then try to practice it. What is the question here we are getting there? Try to understand it now. Write a Java program. To find biggest among 3 numbers by using ternary operators. Write a Java program to find the biggest among three numbers. Biggest number among the three numbers. Find the biggest among the three numbers by using ternary operators. Biggest number we have to check. Yeah, guys, and Shimula Manasa. Yes, after the course, you will get the course completion certificate also, definitely. Yeah, Charan Kumar, right? Again, we check given variable of which type. Now, in Java, might be which type of it is in the sense where some reflection API we have to use internally. Narendra. Some internally, Aditya Narendra. Internally, we have to use what there some reflection API we have to use. Then only we are able to get it actually. Okay, but that reflection API, if you know, then we are able to get it maximum. My online students will be muted always. No. Yes, Mohan, then you can type the query there. Why? Because for how many members I can allow there? There are more than maybe 150, 200 members are available. If I allow to everybody, then class may not be going on there. Then then people are going to talk each other, right? How it is possible to connect the class now, if it is a case? Okay. That's why then we can type the messages there. Then time to time I can see that and I can give the reply. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, Muhammad Ibrahim. Then please try to send message to this number, whatever the number I've given. Then our people will be in contact with you. Bargo వచ్చేసి mobile mobile sure. I don't know. All right, sir. Completed. Just try to check that. Then we can write like what are the nested ternary operators. Easily we can identify. If you are thinking about it, then I can give a logic. What is the logic here? I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Logic is if you think A greater than B, for example, A greater than B. If we take no A, B, C are the values. If we take no A greater than B means that A is greater than B always, right? Already. Then if we check this, A greater than C, then what is the biggest number? We can conclude that A is biggest. I got my point or not? This is one point. Else part, here else if I provide here, else if I provide in the sense, what is the meaning of it? No, B is greater than A. If B is greater than A, that means what I am telling there, B greater than A. In the case, if we check like what there, B is greater than C, then what is biggest number here? No, B is the biggest. Am I right or not? In this case, this is one case here I'm telling them. Observe carefully. All right. This is the logic here. In this way, if we apply the logic, no, then we are able to get it. But this everything, this entire thing, we have to apply in what the ternary operator. That entire thing here we have to apply in what the ternary operator. Just I'm giving clue. In this clue, if we follow there we are able to get what there ternary operator. Observe carefully what I'm telling you. Right, sir? Right, sir. This is what we are having there. Now try to understand it now. Right, sir. I've implemented it, and if we completed this example in this way. First one, A greater than B, then we can follow this. In expression 1, we have to write this. Else but in the sense, in expression 3, we have to write. This is in what their expression 1. This is in expression 2. This is in what their expression 3. Then automatically we are able to find the biggest number. Get my point or not? Right, sir. Right. Now, observe carefully after completion of this and what I am telling to you. Okay, let me check this. Let me check this now. Then what is the point here I'm telling to you? Observe carefully. Already we have done this example. Now next one is int A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 20, into C is equal to 30. Overall, three values here we have taken: A value, B value, and C value. Now observe carefully. What I am telling there, if in the sense like what there, into biggest number, into big number is equal to, what we have to do there, first of all, let us take that first one. First one is like what there, A greater than B I have taken, question mark. Then here we need to apply what there, ternary operator, colon, again ternary, again like what the ternary operator, semicolon. This is first level ternary operator. So if it is A greater than B, then what we have to do here in this case, no, again we have to go for like what there, A greater than C, then what is biggest number here? No, A, colon, otherwise what is the biggest number here? No, what is the biggest number? No, C. Observe carefully if it is a case. No, next one here. Now come to this one here, else one. Else is what there, if it is false in the sense B greater than A or not. If it is false in the sense B greater than A or not. If it is B greater than A, then what we have to check there, if B greater than C, now here what is biggest number here? No, B. Else what is biggest number here? No, next one here? No, right, C. Sir, got it or not? All right, sir. Let me check this clearly. Observe carefully. Now this is the first condition. All right, if it is true, it will be evaluated. If it is false, it will be evaluated. Observe carefully. Now here, how it is going to be happen, understand this clearly. First of all, now tell me the condition here we have taken. What condition here we have taken there? No, A greater than B, right, sir? 10 greater than B, that means false. If it is false, then automatically will go for what there, this one here we have to evaluate. Now B greater than C, no, it is a false, then automatically what is biggest number? C. Now C is the biggest number or not? Observe carefully what I am telling them. Say for example, if I take like what there, 30, if I take 20, now if I take 10 for example, observe carefully, A greater than B, 30 greater than 20, okay, true, then evaluate what there, this one. Insert this, then what we are doing there, A greater than C, 30 greater than C, condition is true, then what is the biggest number? A is the biggest number. A value is what there, 30. Get my point or not? Like this here we have to say, for example, I want to take this is 30. Now here this is 20, for example. Now check this one here. What we are able to get now, try to check this here. First of all here, what we have to do there, a greater than b. A value is 20, b value is 30. False. If it is false, go for what there, this one. Insert this, what we are doing there, b greater than c. 30 greater than 10 now. 30 greater than 10 is the condition is true or not? When a condition is true, what is biggest number? B is the biggest number. B is what their biggest number. Right, so now let me check this. Anyway, in all the cases here, I want to check now, there we are able to get output. Java C space tester.java. So Java space tester. I think so. I have not displayed the value. I have to display the value, then only we are able to get the value. No, system outed println of biggest num colon plus big num. Right, sir. Let me check this one. Java C space tester.java. Compiled successfully Java space tester. Here we are able to get like what there, what's the output here we are getting? That is an output here we are getting. Say for example, I want to modify this values now. Now this is like what 30 and this is like what the 20 and 10 we provided here. Then still here we have to check this now. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully Java space tester. Your output is what there 30. That is the value we are getting. Say for example, I want to interchange these values here 30, 20 and 10 now. I want to compile and execute this. Now observe carefully. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully Java space tester. Here we are getting biggest number is what there 30. Here we are getting now. Observe carefully. All right, sir. Up to this, it's okay now. It is working there. All cases here I'm checking there. But I want to go for one more case. What is that one more case? Observe carefully. If I provide 10 now, two numbers are same. A value and C value both are same, but B value is 20. Will you get the same result again? Is this program is sufficient to find the output? In this case, no. Biggest among two. So what is the result we are expecting there? 20. Finally, we are expecting the result is what there? 20. Now let us check this here. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully Java space tester. What's the value we are getting? 20 we are getting there. We can go for multiple options here. Say for example, I want to give 20 here. Two numbers as 20. One is what there 10 now. Still what we are expecting there? What is the result here now? Biggest is what there still Java C space tester.java, no compilation error. Java space tester. Again we are getting 20. Right answer or not? Say for example, if I provide all or three or 20. What is the biggest number among these three? No. Again 20 here we have to get. Am I right or not? Definitely any one number here we have to display there. Definitely one number here we have to display there, right? Definitely it's very simple. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully Java space tester. What is the value here we are getting there? 20. All possible cases we checked or not? And we're finding the biggest among the three numbers. But if you want to get some other outputs like what there, A, B, C, 20, 20, 20, if you provide, no, if you want to display the values like what they're all are equal or something else, no, but this quotation is not sufficient for it. There we have to go for manual logic like if, else, these conditional expressions we have to write. But up to this limitation, up to this part here, we can find biggest among three numbers effectively in this way. Got it or not? But see, understand this, what is the advantage of using this particular intersection, no? If you are trying to implement the same logic by using if else part there, it may take nearly 10 to 15 lines of code. Nearly 10 to 15 lines of code here it able to take. Why? Because 3 to 4 if conditions we have to maintain. Else conditions, else parts we have to manage. But if you use this ternary operator within a single line, we completed our requirement or not? Within a single line. So that is an advantage of using what there? Ternary operator. Okay, but in the limitation, up to some limitation only we are able to use this. Beyond that, if you want to get more advanced concepts, no, then this ternary operator is not sufficient. But still, I don't know what is the reason why developers are not interested to use this ternary operator, and some developers may not aware this is one of the operator in Java. Understand it here? In application logics, and people are not having awareness on it. In general, developers are not interested to use this particular ternary operator as part of their logics. No. Always they're trying to use what they're if, else if, this kind of conditions only. They're more passionate. on this else if, this kind of things only. But in the up to some limitation, we can use this one in order to reduce our code. But order it may be part of learning, we have to understand all the things, no? So we have to remember this particular content, whatever the program I've given there about this, just we have to remember this particular topic. Okay, fine. This is what exactly the meaning of like what they're finding biggest number among three numbers here now. Right, so any case, any output here we can take. Right, so now I want to change it as per the normal content here. We can use any numbers here. Then finally here we are able to get some what there some biggest number among all the things here now. Outputs we can check for this program. Have you written the same logic, sir? Have you written the same logic there? Same logic we can use? Okay, fine. Leave this one. Now this is clearly about what there like a ternary operator. After completion of this ternary operator, another thing is like what there short circuit operators. Another content is like what there short circuit operators. Short circuit operators. Everybody understand the short circuit operators here? Short circuit operator. Right. Now say this one. What is the main intention of the short circuit operators? The main intention of short circuit operator is to improve Java applications performance. Is to improve what their Java applications performance. That means application performance will be improved. How it able to improve the Java applications performance? Then I will give some clarity. Try to recognize this. All of you guys observe carefully. Example. What are the examples here? Double and then what next one here? Double R. They are the two short circuit operators. Good. Nowadays might be interviewers may ask one question to you. What about this question here? What is the difference between single R and double R? This is one question nowadays. Then two operators are available in Java. What are the two operators? No, this is what their single R. I want to write inside the bracket here. You can understand it is no single R. And the second one is like what there double R. Double R. What is the difference between these two? Right, so now here we have to give answer for this question. This is one question here. Nowadays my interviewers are asking this question. Similarly, one more question is available. Similarly, another question. What about this another question here? What is the difference between single and what next one here? Double and single and what next one here? Double and. Right, everybody understand this? I want to go for some explanation for these two. Now try to put more concentration on. It's not much easy to understand, but you have to understand clearly about these points. Listen carefully. If you want to answer for these questions, no, what I have to provide there, if you want to answer for these questions, we need to understand first of all, Boolean operators truth table. Boolean operators truth table here we have to understand. Then only we are able to understand it. All of you observe carefully. I want to give that Boolean operators truth table, and there some shortcuts are available. The shortcuts here we have to understand. A, B, A and B, A or B. Okay. Right, sir. Or else not record this. Directly, I want to give some values here. Now here, true, then what next one? True, false, false, true, false and false. Like this here we have taken. Okay. Now observe this clearly. True and true. What is the value here? No true value we are able to take. True and false, false, false and true, false, false and false, false. Similarly, true or true, true only, true or false, true only, false or true, true only, false or false, false. Like this. Here we are having some values here. Right, sir. Observe carefully what I am telling to you. 1 minute. Okay, fine. Observe carefully. Then after this, here there is a shortcut for us. What is that shortcut here? We have to understand now. Shortcut value will be, first of all, if we take a OR operator, if the first operand is true, if the first operand value is what is true, no need to check the second operand. Directly we can conclude the result of the OR operator is true. If we check the first operand value is true, no need to check the second operand. Directly we can conclude the result of the OR operator is what is true. It's a shortcut. Observe carefully. This is a shortcut. In the case of OR operator, logical OR operator, if the first operand value is true, no need to check the second operand. Directly we can recognize, we can confirm the result of the OR operator is what is true only. They are not required to check the second operand value. This is in the case of OR operator. Next one, observe carefully. If the first operand is the false, if the first operand value is a false, no need to check the second operand. The result of the AND operation is what there false. The result of the AND operation is what there false. All of you recognize this point here, what I am telling to you. Points are very much clear. If the first operand is true, in the case of OR operator, no need to check the second operand here. Directly we can conclude the result of the AND of OR operation is what they are true. So you're not required to evaluate these things now. We can strike off them. If the first operand is what there, if the first operand is false, not required to check the second operand here. Directly we can conclude the result of the AND operation is what there false. I'm going to give 2 more points. Try to recognize. Try to put more concentration on. In the case of AND operation, first operand is true. Even though first operand value is true, but we must evaluate that what their second operations. In the case of which operation there? AND. In the case of AND operation, if the first operand value is true, no shortcut for it. You must evaluate what their second operand. Then only we are able to get the result is what their true or false. Understand my point? In the case of first operand value is false, in the case of OR operator, no shortcut here. We must evaluate what their second operand, then we are able to get like what their result here. Because of that reason, I want to remove these 2 things here. Cases are available. In the case of OR operator only, if the first operand value is true, no need to check the second one. Directly the result of the OR operator is what they're true. In the case of AND operation only, if the first operand value is false, then no need to check the second operand. Directly we can see the result of AND operation is what they're false. Got it or not? For example, other cases I'm telling there, my operator is AND, but the first operand value is what? True. It's mandatory to evaluate what their second. Then only we can get the result of what their AND operation. My operator is what their OR. First operand value is what their false. No shortcut for this. Then we must evaluate the second. Then only we are able to get what their resultant. But the shortcut is available for only some cases. Shortcut is not available for all the cases. No. Please remember this. Anyway, I'm able to show that points effectively. Now try to understand clearly. Observe carefully, all of you know. Now I want to take some cases. Try to understand these cases now. First one is like what I'm telling there. First one, into A is equal to 10. Okay. Into B is equal to 10. Both A value and B value both are what there? 10 and 10. If A plus plus double equals to 10, singular b plus plus double equals to 10. All right, sir. True case here I'm taking there. Chestnut outed println of a plus a space plus a b. Both I'm displaying there. Now this is case number 1. Right. Then after that. Now here I'll go for another case. Now here we have to write like what there, this one. Double R. I provided same program with singular, same program with what there, double R. Similarly, now observe carefully. I want again one other program here. Try to observe carefully. Into A is equal to 10. Into B is equal to 10 again. If A plus plus not equals to 10, singular B plus plus not equals to 10. Okay. Just open and closed. Then in outside, I need to write this one. Cisna doubted println of A plus space B. A plus space B. Right? Observe carefully. Same program I want to write here. Into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 10. If A plus plus not equals to 10, now this time it is what there, double and B plus plus not equals to 10. Cisna doubted println of A space B. Why we have written Cisna doubted println after the if conditions, no, not in the body of the if, after the outside of the if, no. Why I have written that? Answer is very clear. That answer should be like what there. Answer is like what there. Observe carefully, guys. Answer is like what there. We are dealing with the false values in the case of AND operation. The shortcut is associated with the false values in the case of AND operation. Am I right or not? So I have to take false cases now. Now get this overall result is false only. Now here also be in the case of double and also false cases we are dealing there. When the condition is false inside the if, body of the if will not be executed. Will come to outside of the if. Am I right or not? So because of that reason, I have taken Cisna doubted println in outside of the if part, if body, not inside the if body. In outside of the body, I have taken the SOP statement because of dealing with the false values. When the condition is false in a if condition, is it possible to execute if body? Not possible to execute, but I need to display A value and B value. So in outside of if body only, I have to display. Same scenario is going on even in the case of what there, double AND. Anyway, then whenever I'm tracing this example, there we are able to understand the content clearly. Right, sir. Shall we go for this tracing these examples? No. Right. First of all, I want to go with singular and double R. Singular and double R. All of you observe carefully. First, when JVM execute these two lines, into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 10. When JVM is executing these two lines, what JVM is doing there? What JVM is doing there? Now immediately here we are able to get A variable and B variable. Two variables are available. For both the variables, 4 bytes memory will be allocated. For both the variables, how much memory will be allocated here? No, 4 bytes and 4 bytes memory will be allocated. What are the initial values inside this A and B? No, we can understand 10 here, and here we can understand it is like what there, 10. Both the values are like what there, 10 and 10. Of course, same scenario is available even in the case of like what there, another example. Later on I will implement this, but example point of view I have taken that. Same thing is available in this case also. Now let's put concentration on the first example. Now let's observe carefully. What is the logic here? No, first of all, JVM is going to evaluate what value here? No, if condition it able to evaluate. Inside this, now tell me A plus plus double equals to 10. A plus plus double equals to 10 means that which increment it this operator here? No, it's a post increment or pre increment. It's what there post increment. Post increment in the sense current A value will be participated in the expression. Now this is like what there 10 now, but inside this internally memory will be at memory level value will be incremented. Then what is the value here we are getting there 11. All of you observe carefully. Now 10 double equals to 10. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false? Yes, true. Now check this. Let us check this truth table there. In the truth table, in the case of OR operator, if the first operand value is what is it true? If the first operand value is what is it true? Is it necessary to check the second operator? No. Not required to check the second operand. Directly we can conclude the result is what is it true. Means that if the first operand value is true, not required to check this one. Directly we can conclude the result of this OR operator is what is it true. Am I right or not? That's a shortcut here what we understood. Even though the shortcut is available, in the case of single OR operator, even though the shortcut is available in the case of the single OR operator, what is going to be happen there? JVM must evaluate the second operand also. That shortcut is not applicable for what there single OR operator. So JVM must evaluate like what there the second operand also. Now it will come to the what there second operand. What is the second operand actually? Now here we can understand this is completed here. Now the second operand is what there b plus plus double equals to 10. What is that b plus plus actually? Now tell me. Then b plus plus in the sense post increment. Am I right or not? So current b value will be participated in the expression. Then after that internally then p value will be incremented by 1. So here what value here we are getting there now 11 value here we are getting. Now 10 double equals to 10. What's the value here we are getting there? Now tell me. Again it is true. Now 10 singular true, singular true. Then true singular true in the sense like what the true value here we are getting. Overall result is what the true. So body will be evaluated. Inside this body, what value here we are getting there? Now tell me. A space B. A value is what there? Now tell me 11. B value is also like what there? 11 we are getting. Both the values are like what there? 11 and 11 here we are getting. Now I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. In this overall evaluation part, which expression evaluation is unnecessary? Now tell me. Which expression we are evaluating unnecessarily? Even though we are having shortcut, but still singular is not following shortcut. Still it is evaluating one expression unnecessarily. For that expression it is evaluating unnecessarily. Now tell me. JVM is working unnecessarily in this particular operation. Not required to evaluate this operation or not? Come on, understand my point here. This operation is not required. This expression not required to be evaluated here. Why? Because that first expression result is sufficient to find the result of overall OR operator. But unfortunately, JVM is evaluating in the case of this singular. So now this expression evaluation is like what there unnecessarily. This expression evaluation is what there unnecessary. This is not required. This is not required to be evaluated. This expression evaluation is like what there unnecessary. Understand my point here. Whenever JVM is working unnecessarily on this particular time, some execution time will be increased. When execution time is increased, automatically performance of the application will be reduced or not? Automatically performance of the application will be reduced or not? Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point now? No response, guys. All right. Now let's move on to the second one. When you come to the second one here, when JVM executes into A is equal to 10 into B is equal to 10, A value and B value, 4 bytes of memory, 4 bytes of memory here we are getting. So in the 4 bytes of memory, 10, both the values are provided. That's okay, fine. Now JVM is evaluating like what this particular expression. What is this expression here? No, if A plus plus double equals to 10, double or B plus plus double equals to 10. Observe carefully. Now first of all, JVM is trying to evaluate this expression. Means that A plus plus double equals to 10. Now this is what their post increment. A plus plus is what their post increment. So current A value will be participated in the expression. That is what their 10. Later on at the memory, A value will be incremented by 1. So now here this value is like what their 11 we are getting there now. 11 here we are getting. Understand it now. So 10 double equals to 10. Condition is true or not? Yes, true. Then what is the shortcut in the case of OR operator? No. If the first operand value is true, no need to check the second operand. Directly the result of the OR operator is what they're true. So here first operand value is what they're true. no need to check the second operand. Directly the result of double OR is what there? True. Am I right or not? This is a logic here. But in the case of single OR, JVM is not following shortcut mechanism. Directly it is evaluating the second operand also. On the basis of that second operand result only, it is a finding the overall expression result. Then it is what their true value we got there previously. But in the case of this double OR, JVM is following shortcut mechanism. In the case of double OR operator, JVM is following what their shortcut. If the first operand value is true, not required to check the second operand. Directly the result of the overall OR operator is what the true only. Directly JVM will decide that. JVM is following shortcut, not required to evaluate what the second operand. Means that JVM is not touching this B++. JVM is not evaluating B++. So current value of the B is what there 10 only. As it is the 10 is available like this. Why? Because JVM is not evaluating B++ double equals to 10. So B value is not changed, but only A value is changed in the memory. Then after that, after getting the overall result of the double OR operator, then system.out println of A space B. Here we are getting. What is A value here now? What we are getting A value now? Present 11. And B value is what there? 10 is a value we are getting. Why? Now I'm asking one question there. Why we are getting B value 10 now? Why we are getting B value 10, guys? Now tell me. Why we are getting B value 10 now? B value 10 here we are getting like what there? Why? Because JVM is not evaluating second expression. When JVM is not evaluating second expression, B value is what there? 10 only. If JVM is evaluating second operand, no, then B value plus plus B plus plus is going to be evaluated. Internally B value would be what there? 11 we are able to get. But still we are getting 10. 10 in the sense what there? Internally JVM is not evaluating what there? B plus plus. JVM evaluates only A plus plus double equals to 10. A plus plus is what there? Post increment. A value is provided, but at memory A value is incremented by 1. There we are getting 11. Then after that, whenever we are getting first operand value is true, as per the shortcut logic of the logical or operator, if the first operand value is true, not required to check the second operand, directly we can get the result of the OR operator is what there? True only. When the overall expression result is true, directly we can execute what there? System.out.println of A space B. Here we are able to get what value we are able to get there? A space B. There we are able to get values like what there? 11 and what next one? 10. 11 and 10. Here we have to get the values directly. Yes, sir. All of you get my points or not? Now this is what exactly the meaning of like what there? 11 space what next one? 10. 11 and 10 values here we are getting clearly. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Right, sir. That's okay, fine. Now let me show these 2 points in our system here first. After that we will go for single and double AND. Right, sir. All of you observe carefully. Let me save this 1 minute. Right, sir. Now let me check this. These 2 points here I want to check in the system now. Right. Observe carefully. First of all, here I want to take like what there into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 10. Both are 10 and 10. If A plus plus double equals to 10, single or B plus plus double equals to 10. Both the values are 10 and 10. Then what we have to provide there? System dot out dot println of A plus space plus B. What is the meaning of this particular one? I want to display A value, B value with some space. String I've taken a space point of a string I've taken. In the string I provided some space here. A space B. Like this here we provided. Okay, now this is like what I'm telling to you, the value. That's okay, fine. Next one is in place of this A and B, I want to take C and D. No, into C is equal to 10 into D is equal to 10. Again, I've taken. Of course, I can take again A value, B value 10 and 10, but anyway, I want to show this. Now here, if what we have to do there, C plus plus double equals to 10. Now this time we have to use what there? Double R. D plus plus double equals to 10. Now here, inside this, what we have to write there? System dot out dot println of I want to provide C plus a space what are the D value? Both the values here I'm going to show. This is my program, guys. Observe carefully. What is that output we are expecting there? In the case of this singular, what output we are expecting now? Come on. In the case of singular, what output here we are expecting there? Observe carefully. We are expecting like what there? All right, sir. We are expecting that output is like what there? 11. What next one? 11. Then both the values here we are expecting there. Understand it clear? But in the case of like C and D values, no, what output we are expecting there? First value is 11. Second value is what there? 10. 10 is a value here we are getting. 11 space. What next one here? 10. 10 is a value here we are getting. Sir, got it or not? Right now, this is what exactly the meaning of like what there? The values here. These two things here we provided. Now try to recognize this clearly. Right, sir. Now let me execute this. Then we are able to get outputs like what are the 11, 11 and 11 and 10. 11, 11. Then what next one here? 11 and 10. Right, sir. Now let's see this one. Java C space test.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Now observe carefully what outputs here we are getting. First output is what there? 11 and 11. Second output is what there? 11 and 10. Here we are getting the outputs. Okay, now this is the total implementation about like what there? Singular and double R. Right, sir. For the sake of your better understanding purpose, I want to write some comment also on this. Already we had some interview question here, singular and double R. Let me write some comment here on the basis of this and try to understand it clearly. In case of logical OR operator, in case of logical OR operator, if the first operand value, if the first operand value is true, then it is not required to check second operand value. Directly we can get the result of overall OR operator is true. Understand my point here? This is the logic. This is what there. This is that means shortcut. In the case of what there? Singular. In the case of logical OR, I'm telling that directly in the case of logical OR. This is a scenario. All right, sir. Now here, what next one here? After completion of this, we have to understand this. In the case of singular, what's going on? In the case of double OR, what's going on here now? All right, sir. In the case of singular means that in the case of singular, all of you guys observe carefully. In the case of singular, if the first operand value is true, even if the first operand value is true, even JVM will not identify. JVM will not go for the shortcut. JVM will not go for the shortcut. JVM must evaluate. JVM will evaluate second operand value. JVM will evaluate second operand value, and JVM will find the overall OR operator result on the basis of both the operand values. Observe carefully. In case of singular, if the first operand value is true even, JVM will not go for the shortcut. JVM will evaluate the second operand value, and JVM will find the overall OR operator result on the basis of both the operand values. That's clear? Up to this point here, all of you know. No shortcut mechanism in the case of what there? Singular. All right, sir. The second one here I'm telling there. In the case of double OR, if the first operand value is true, then JVM will use shortcut. JVM will use shortcut of OR operator, and JVM will find the overall result of OR operator without evaluating second operand. without evaluating what their second operand. Observe carefully. Right, sir. In the case of double OR, if the first operand value is true, then JVM will use shortcut of OR operator and JVM will find the overall result of OR operator without evaluating second operand. Got my point or not? Okay, now observe carefully. Here there is a problem here. There is a point here I need to give it. In the case of this, in the above case, JVM is evaluating second operand unnecessarily. JVM is evaluating second operand unnecessarily. It will increase application execution time. It will reduce application performance. Of course, I'm able to give the total diagram here itself, so that we are able to get much clarity. Next one is what there. In the case of double OR operator, first operand value is true, then JVM will use shortcut of OR operator, and JVM will find the overall result of OR operator true without evaluating the second operand. So in the above case, JVM is not evaluating second operand. So it will reduce application execution time. It will improve application performance. Guys, just I'm giving this document for the sake of your reference only. Then try to utilize it in the future here whenever we require this. This is a point here I'm telling there. Now here, the diagram here, example code I'm providing there. Now try to utilize this example code. And before that, I want to give the diagram here. Whatever the diagram here we are having, now try to use this. Anyway, this diagram I want to provide at the end overall. After completion of this AND operator also, I want to provide this diagram. But meanwhile, I want to take this program here. Already we prepared this program. Now try to utilize this. Output values here, what outputs here we are able to get there. Already I given that output values there. You can understand clearly. Right, sir. This is about like what there. Then OR operator, singular and double OR. Definitely nowadays interviewers are asking this question there. What is the difference between singular and double OR in Java? This much of explanation we have to provide, and that example code also we have to write directly. Sir, all of you are following or not? All right. Shall we move on to the second one here? Single and double AND. Shall we move on to the second one here? Single and double AND. Right. Now let's observe carefully, all of you guys. And observe carefully in the diagram here. First of all, when JVM executes into A is equal to 10 into B is equal to 10, what JVM is able to do there, A value, for A value, it will assign 4 bytes of memory. For B also, it will assign like what there, 4 bytes of memory. For A and B, 4 bytes of memory will be assigned each. Right, sir. Inside these 4 bytes of memory, values are stored. What values are stored here? No, 10. A value is 10 and B value is also like what there? 10. 10 and 10. Here we are getting. Okay. Now the same scenario is available with what there in the case of. Right, sir. In the case of these two, same scenario is available. Now try to recognize this case. All of you know. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. First of all, JVM is trying to evaluate this part here. First, JVM is going to evaluate this one. A plus plus not equals to 10. A plus plus. A plus plus is what, sir? Now tell me. A plus plus is what there again? Now tell me. All right, so now this is a post increment. Post increment in the sense, then what's going to be happen here? No. First of all, directly A value is going to be like what there? What I'm telling there. A value is incremented by 1 internally, but before that, A value, current A value will be participated in our expression. What's the A value? No, 10. Okay, but internally A value is incremented by 1. 10 is incremented by 1. There, what we are getting the value here? We are getting what value here? 11. 11 is the value we are getting. Okay, fine. Now observe carefully. 10 not equals to 10. What is the result here? No. What is the result here? False. False. In the case of this false, what is the shortcut here? Now tell me, if the first operand value is false, no need to check the second operand. We can conclude the result of the AND operation is what there? False directly. So here, first operand value is false. Then there is a chance to use what there? Shortcut here. There is a chance to use what there? Shortcut. Directly we can find the result of the overall AND operation here now. But even though it is possible to use a shortcut now, in the case of single AND, JVM is not using shortcut. JVM is not following what their shortcut operation. Directly, JVM is going to evaluate the second operand also. In the case of single AND, no, JVM is going to evaluate what the second operand also. What is the second operand here? No, B plus plus. B plus plus not equals to 10. B plus plus is what there? Post increment. Post increment in the sense current A value will be participated. Now internally at a memory level, value will be incremented by 1. So get the 10 value is incremented by 1. There we are able to get like what value here? No, 11 value here we are able to get. There what is the value we are getting there? 11. Now observe carefully. False. Now 10 not equals to 10. False or not? Again false here. False and false. What is the value here? False and false. False we are getting there. Now the overall result of AND operation is what there? False. False. Now let's come for this one. Whenever this if condition is false, no, it will not go inside the if body. It will come outside of what there? The respective if body. So here we are getting like what there? System dot out dot println of A space B. Here we are getting system dot out dot println of A space B. Now insert this. What is A value and what is B value? Here we are getting there now. A values are like what there? 11 and B values are also be like what there? 11 we are getting. 11 and 11 here we are getting. Got my point or not? Right, so now this is exactly the meaning of like what there? Single AND operator here. Right, sir. Next one after that. All right, sir. Now next one is like what there? This one second double AND operation here. Try to observe carefully. When all of you are following this single AND operator, even though the first operand value is false, even though it is sufficient to find the result of overall or AND operation, but still JVM is evaluating what their second operand. Right, so now here what is unnecessary here? Now tell me, what evaluation is unnecessary? Now this evaluation is unnecessary or not? If it follows shortcut, no, directly without evaluating second operand, it able to find the result of the overall or AND operation. But now it is evaluating unnecessarily or not? Now here what we are able to get here, this is what there unnecessarily to evaluate this particular one. So whenever it is evaluating unnecessarily, way automatically execution time will be increased. When it is increasing execution time, automatically performance of the application will be reduced. Right, so now this is unnecessary. Now let's come for this one here. Into A is equal to 10 now, into B is equal to 10. When JVM execute these two lines, automatically A value and B value, 4 bytes of memory, 4 bytes of memory will be created. Inside this 10 and 10 values are provided. Then after that, when JVM is evaluating this part here, that means A plus plus not equals to 10. A plus plus post increment. Current A value will be participated in our expression. That is what their 10 num. Now okay. Then after that at memory, internally 10 is incremented by 1 now. 10 is incremented by 1 in the sense here what we are able to get there. Here we are able to get what there 11 is a value. Understand it clearly. 10 not equals to, that means 10 not equals to 10. What is the value we are getting there? False. Observe carefully. In the case of logical AND operation, if the first operand value is false, not required to check what their second operand. Directly we can identify the result of the AND operation is what their false directly. Now in the case of double AND operation, JVM is following shortcut. JVM is following shortcut. If the first operand value is what their false, so JVM is not going to evaluate what their double AND, not going to evaluate the second operand. Directly it will take that result of the overall AND operation is what their false. Whenever it is false, no, without evaluating this particular one, whenever it is false, then automatically overall if a condition is what their false, whenever it is false, it will come outside of the if condition. Then directly it will go to like what their system dot out dot println of A space B. Here we are providing there. Whenever we are getting that A space B, there we are able to provide the output like what there. A value is what there 11 and B value is what we are getting there now. 10 is a B value here we are getting. A value is what there 11 and B value is what there 10. 10 is a B value here we are getting clear. Sir, all of you get my point or not? Right, so now this is exactly the meaning of like what there double AND operator as per the shortcut mechanism what we understood clearly. Guys, one more point I'm telling there. If you are getting any doubt about it, no, don't worry. Then after the class, within 1 hour, you are able to get video. Now try to check that video one more time. We can understand clearly right from starting point of the class. We are able to get understand the points now. Right, sir. Now this is like what their shortcut. Now tell me here, where we have used shortcut mechanism in the case of single end or in the case of double end? In the case of what there double end only, here we have used what there shortcut mechanism. Observe carefully. All right, sir. Now, and I want to show programmatically the same point here. Now try to observe this clearly. All right, sir. 1 minute. Otherwise, can I show this programmatic thing on tomorrow? Because I have some demo class now, then I have to leave it at least 10 minutes before that. And I want to take the session on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go for all the concepts here. This is one thing. And some intimation to all of you guys. Just one small announcement. Anyway, on Sunday we are not taking the class. I think so. Sunday is a January 1st, next Sunday, right? Am I right? Next Sunday is a January 1st. So just on that day, anyway, Sunday as well as January 1st, not required to take the class here. That day is a holiday, but on a Saturday, actually, I need to take the class. We have a schedule on Saturday, but I have some personal work on that day. I have some other engagement in outside, so I have to move there. So on Saturday, I may not go for the class. Please recognize this. But meanwhile, if I plan to conduct any exam on that particular concept there, then I'll give intimation meanwhile. But I will check the possibility of conducting that exam. But 99% on that particular day, I may not be available on Saturday. I may go for some outside of Hyderabad. Maybe may not be available with you. So that on Saturday, I may not go for the class. But almost a few days before itself, I'm giving intimation or try to go for a moreover, December 31st night, an evening 6 to 7:30 class, in a sense it's okay, but in outside state we don't know what is going to be happen there, then better to take 2 days gap on the day. That's very clear. Yes, all of you are getting clarity on this, no? And that's one thing. And regarding this Pongal also, another one, January, I think Pongal holidays might be are going on there. Actual festival is on what there also is Sunday is coming, right? This year festivals are very good. I feel very happy. But some of you are not feeling very happy, right? And government employees are feeling very bad about it. Every festival is coming on what their weekends only. Right, nice, very good. Anyway, so but actually almost all on Dasara, on Pongal, in these two festivals might be. Then at Durgasoft, nearly 5 to 6 days of gap is going to be available. Almost near about 1 week of time. So totally off on that particular days. Maybe you may not have classes there. Why? Because first of all, we are not going to be available at Hyderabad. There's a problem there. They'll move to outside, right? So on Pongal also we can plan for it. Almost all 5 to 6 or 7 days of gap we are able to get. 2 days before the festival, 2 days after the festival max. Even if I conduct the classes, no, very less members are able to come for the classes. I'm sure it's unnecessary to take the sessions there on that moment. So we can plan for it. So actually 14, 15, 16 is the festival actual days, right? 2 days before and 2 days after, we can plan for it. Almost all 1 week of time we are able to get there. Yes, sir. Am I right? Right. Try to plan for it according to this. Now let's come to the point here. This topic now today 7:30 class is not available. For everybody, I'm giving their information. 7:30 no class there, and tomorrow onwards I'll continue the 7:30 class. You can plan for it. Some new members are coming there. For them, I want to take some demo class. So no need to attend for the 7:30 class now. Then we can leave there. Then tomorrow we can go for both the classes, right? The remaining part of this program I'll explain to you tomorrow. Don't worry. One more final intimation, guys. Request. It's the request, not like any information there. It's a request. Whenever we are coming inside the class, when our classroom in charges are asking ID card, please try to show that ID card. Don't use any hash words with them, right? They are employees of Durgasoft. What I give in the inner sections, they are following that inner sections now. It's a minimum thing. Then without hesitation, try to show your ID card. And some people are giving comment over our classroom in charges there. Why I'm showing every day that ID card? Don't you remember my face every day? How it is possible, sir? This is not only the class for them, right? Then if you are the Shah Rukh Khan or MS Dhoni, it's okay, good, nice. Not like that. Just I'm requesting everybody. They're our employees only, right? Even if you use hash words with them, What they're able to do? Nothing. They will look at your face only silently. Even I given that in a section also. If any of our student is using some words, don't reply anything to them. Just look at their face with a silent mode. Then our people will do that only. By that we can understand. They're employees only. Don't use any hash words with them. If you have any problem, then come to me. Every day I'll be available. We can pick my collar if I'm violating any rule. I will give that exact response there, right? But our classroom engineers, what they are doing there, don't use any hash for them. They are treat they are also with a part of Durgasoft. Then try to show your ID card. What's going to be happen? One thing I'm telling there. If you go to your company, definitely they will give ID card on our neck. Every day we have to show this ID card like this only. Access is going to. Otherwise, the doors will not be open in the companies now. They don't raise any complaint over there. Why I'm going to show that ID card every day? Why I'm going to do access? No. If you do that, they will not accept it. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Oh. String concatenation. Bottom to top. This one. Yeah, bottom to top. This one.
మీరు ఆల్ కేస్ లో ఓన్లీ ట్రూ కి చెప్పారు కదా సార్ మరి ఫాల్స్ కి ఏం చేయాలి అంటే ఫాల్స్
రెండు ఎవాల్యూట్ అయితే
మరి డబల్ దానిలో
దానిలో కూడా కంపల్సరీ రెండు ఎవాల్యూట్ అక్కడ ఫాల్స్ అది నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి చెప్పాను. In the case of our operator, if you have any false first operand value is false, then JV must evaluate what there, then second operand also in both the cases, singular and double. Same thing is applied in the case of singular and double.
Termination is required. Yes, sir. With A. Sir, declaration after 10.
After 10, semicolon.
Semicolon.
Record.
Required.
Otherwise, error will.
The same in that also.
Okay, sir.
I thought, sir, I think it's not required
No, no,
because
no,
of the
no.
double operator.
In Java, semicolon is mandatory for each. Python is optional.
I was thinking that, sir, you are not taking care of that. I
No.
thought that maybe it's due to double operator.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is kept the things.
Yeah. No. Then I'll give intimation to you again. Then 1 or 2 days after we will take, because content is not completed for morning people there. Then I'll give you again intimation, official intimation I'll provide. Okay, don't worry. Guys, and one thing, no, Mohan, are you there? Mohan. Yeah, Mohan, now send message to me now immediately. Just I'm waiting for you. Mohan, send immediately message to me to this number, whatever the number I've given there. Please send message. No, I'm with that mobile only. Please send that message to me on WhatsApp. I'm at that mobile number only. Okay. Anyway, guys, then I'm going to shut down this. I have another class immediately. Then I will, yeah. Then I will continue tomorrow. Then let me shut down it. In which scenario we will use this single and double? Which scenario? Then I'll give Balanjanelu. Then I'll give information. Don't worry that. Tomorrow I will explain to you. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. All right.